Hello, and welcome to this short video, where I'll be teaching you how to connect to Hector's API using the Postman software. This video takes for granted that you have an account in the Hector application and are authorized to connect to the API. Within the Postman application, once you've installed the software, you'll be able to create what we call collections. Within a collection, which you can call Hector or any other name that you wish, you will add a request to that collection. We're going to call this request Hector Auth or Hector Authentication. This will allow you to generate a token that you will then use for all subsequent requests to the API. Getting an authentication token requires that you perform a POST request towards Hector's API. Your next step will be to enter our API address and make sure that you've taken the right one based on where you are and what data center you're using. If you're unsure, you can contact our team or look inside your instance for this information. So once you have the address entered, you're going to add an auth token. So this is the route we'll be using to get a token towards our Hector instance. The next step that we're going to do, we don't need any parameters to set up, so we can leave this blank. Same thing as authorization. Since we're not authorized yet, we cannot provide any authorization information at this moment. Your next step, and this step is important, you're going to want to specify a Hector instance. Your Hector instance is found within the URL of your when you log into Hector for the very first time. So for example, if you log into Hector and your login looks something like ZZ, for example, with a number, you're going to grab this piece of information as your instance. If you have a named instance, for example, demo education, then you would grab the demo part of the URL. This is your instance. This is the information you need to give the post request in order to get a token. Your next step is going to be to generate a body for your post request. And in the body, we're going to use raw JSON in order to provide the information that Hector needs to successfully authentify your request. So in my case, we're going to be entering email, password, and I'm going to be using my account within this environment. And I've gone ahead and generated a brand new password that I can use in order to interact with the API. This password will be reset after this demonstration. So if I made a mistake within the password itself, when I'm about to send the request to the API, I should be receiving an error in order to tell me that this request did not work. I've forgotten one thing. We're going to go back here and we're going to specify the content type as being application JSON. So this step is very important. I forgot. You're going to want in your headers to add content type application JSON. We're going to resend this request. And now we see that this is a bad request. We've received an error 400 invalid credentials, which is normal because the password is wrong. If I provide the right password and do send, Hector has now sent me an access token, which I can then use in all my future calls to specify the bearer of this authentication. So this will allow me to interact with the rest of the API. I have an expiration date for this token, and I can refresh it if I wish to, or generate a new token for my subsequent calls. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is how you create a request in order to authenticate against the Hector application. So remember that you need our API address, you need to know your instance name, and with these two valuable pieces of information, you'll be able to connect to our API. So I'm wishing you all a very good day, and thanks for watching.